Okay, so we're starting out with this one is going to be No Roots um, by I think it's Alice Merton. So she thinks about like gypsies in the night, you know. So there's a connection to gypsies, which is what this story is about. Because a gypsy never really they don't really have homes. They just travel in like caravans, right? And they move from place to place to place, and that's like your mother and I, because we don't have a home yet, because this is our first life when we got taken out, so we didn't get to live there. We haven't been able to live here either because we keep getting taken out. But over here, that's when we get to stay there forever. So if we have to reincarnate again after this last life, we're gonna live here forever. But I don't want that because I want to remain here with my reincarnated soulmate and try to bring everyone back to the family again, utilizing peace instead of war. But ultimately, all I can do is state my case. Your existence hangs in your own balance, man, and depending on what you guys want to do next. So her song basically will say, I built a home, wait for someone to tear it down. That's us, mother and I. We built this wonderful universe at the beginning of creation, and then someone tore it down. Got rid of us, reincarnated over here on this planet. So I pack it up in boxes, then head to the next town, which was this planet here. And then over here, she'll say, 1,000 times I've seen this road. Well, what's 10 lives times 100 years? That's 1,000 years or 1,000 times. So I've seen this life here 10 lives. So that's how I know we've lived 10 lives. Well, not only that, there's many other clues that indicate that we've only lived 10 lives. In my other book, you'll hear me say it's either 53 lives or some other number. I can't remember what it was. 9 lives, I think it was. So 10 is the number that we've lived here, not 53. So just disregard that other book. So 10 lives. This is a mathematical equation here that states that I'm not coming back. So 1,000 times I've seen this road means I've lived this life with 10 lives here. And should we perish again, we're not rewinding time again. We're going to be reincarnated over there because I have to have room for these other memories here so that I can attain forever. So over here, it's like, actually, where I come from, I'll say a different land. So if you guys get rid of me, and then I'm mooring over here, that's what that means. Actually, where I'm from, I'll say a different land. I live up here now. This is where we live, mankind, down here in this evil universe. But this is where I'll be up here later if I perish. This is the different land. So then she talks about I have no roots when my home was never on the ground. That's talking about the supermassive black holes at the center of each galaxy. That's me. That's my spirit. So I have no roots because there's no ground there in that electromagnetic energy of the black hole. That's what it's referring to. So no roots is about a reincarnation story at its core. That's what the lyrics are about. This being my last life, because I've seen this road 1,000 times and I'm sick of it, man. You either come home with my peace talks, or you get rid of me, and then in 500 years, the shoe's on the other foot. So now we're looking at Hank the Tank. I told you that there was something. I remember there was something about Hank the Tank. So the Hank the Tank is a big black bear who breaks into houses in Colorado, I think, or Los Angeles or somewhere. Anyways, that's breaking in and entering. So Hank the Tank is connected to Sherman. Mr. Sherman, what is all this about? Mr. Hank the Tank, what is this all about? Your legacy. Every time you lose fighting evil, and we have to rewind time here, you damage yourself. Or you take up electromagnetic energy that has to be purged from your body. And if you want to continue to live forever over here, well, then you have to start that. Either now, this life, or reincarnate in the next life. So that means, people, that if you leave me alone, I can start the running process now, and I can live forever with this life. However, if you get rid of me, I'm not coming back because I have to reincarnate over here, because I have to make sure I leave room for this 100 years worth of memories here. And in doing that, I have to get rid of all of Anthony's memories here by running 459 years. So you're presented with two options. One is leave me alone, come back home to the family in peace, or the other is war. And I will win over here. 100%, 1,000% guaranteed I'm going to win in 500 years. And evil will be gone forever and ever and ever and ever. So, that's what Hank the Tank is about. Breaking and entering. If you break Mother or Hank the Tank, because that's a female bear, we're going to break into your universe. We'll be in this universe, but we're going to break into your universe and we're going to enter your universe because of all the spirits that I'm connected to at the quantum subatomic level. Because of the electricity, of sharing that electricity through fantasy. Since the age of 5 until now, all those fantasies have created an electromagnetic bridge to their spirits. And those spirits are here on this universe, on this planet, and then they're in all your other universes because you've cloned them and you've used them. Those clones that are up there now, they don't even know what they're born for, but they're going to be purified of sin. So in every universe, those clone spirits will be purified of sin. And that's what I'm going to use to shock evil for stabbing me in the back again and not listening to me. So Hank the Tank, we're going to break into that universe there. If you mess up. Next is Fury. Because that's about that's a Sherman tank that they're driving in the trailer Fury, which is connected to Hank the Tank. A war. In here there's two choices. They say the deals are peaceful, history is violent. So I told you I've been trying to deal with this peacefully here at home through my cell phone, talking to, the bad side of creation and the good side of creation with a plan to bring everyone back to the family peacefully. And the only thing I ask is that guy come here and bring 29 UFOs and hover them over the city is his way of surrendering and accepting that deal. Because he doesn't want all your civilizations perishing in 500 or 600 years. But if he comes here and tries to impersonate somebody, or if he comes here and tries to get rid of us with railguns and forces me to fight, well then, I'll get you guys later on the rebound. But if he does come here peacefully and hovers those UFOs, well then you'll know that he accepts my terms of surrender and wants to live forever and come back to the family. So those are the deals that are peaceful that I'm trying to talk to him about. But history is violent. The history that we've gone through, it's violent. And it will be violent again this life. If he wants to go down that road, well then we'll just carry on next life. So that's what that's about. The Fury, the tank. We're going to break and enter. If you want a war, it's a war you got. We'll break and enter into that universe. So, and then here it's like, we've never run before. Why are we going to run now? That's here. We've never run before, Anthony. Why are we going to run now in this universe? Well, because I got to run 459 years to purify my black hole memory of Anthony's living here for 10 lives. That's why. So we've never run before, Anthony. Why are we going to run now? Because I got to purify myself of sin. I've got to purify the spirit of sin. I've got to purify all those other spirits of sin so that we can shock evil when we get pregnant. That's why we're going to run. The next one is Tyson Fury. He's a gypsy boxer who I think he loses this fight in this particular clip. He loses the fight against the guy. That's about me losing the fight, which is connected to Snatch. Gypsy. He is a gypsy boxer, Brad Pitt. So, and there you're going to see him talk about, I guess they burned the caravan. They burned his mom. He didn't take the demise of his mother lightly. So, that's me. If you burn me with either, these are all associated with fire. That's fire, that's fire, that's fire. If you burn me or mother, I'm not going to take that lightly. So this is what I want you to pay attention to. You're going to see two guys in the back here. They have holding double barrel shotguns. The double barrel shotguns means an electron, proton, neutron, and neutron. If you mess up and drop the ball and burn me or mother, I'm going to get you next life. That's what that means. So pay attention, guys.